Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to share my budget and everything that's been going on. I did miss the end of September budget and closeout and the setup for Paycheck One. We're already up to Paycheck Two, so I'll be doing a flip through for those things, and we are going to work on Paycheck Two setup, and it's just going to be a catch-up video of everything that's been happening. Last week I couldn't film in the because a week ago the carpet people came and removed the carpet and replaced half of the house's carpet, and then a few days later they came again and finished the rest of the house, and it was just chaotic, and my office was disassembled and put in the garage, and I'm just now getting it back in the house. So that is why I could not film, and yeah, just things were upside down and backwards, and so yeah, it was a little crazy, but I'm excited to be here today, and this is my Erin Condren monthly planner. I've had it all year, and I'm going to go ahead and flip through and show you a few things that I've been doing in this planner, budgeting wise, to get myself ready for the new, for this to be my new planner. I'm no longer printing my own budget, so this is what I'm using now, and I'm excited. So let's go ahead and check it out. This is my Erin Condren monthly planner, and I've been using it since January of this year for different and variety of things, and I love it. This is the Flora design, so it is very beautiful. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it last year, and I just was obsessed until the new design, which is the what do you call it, In Blooms, and now I'm even more obsessed. So I love that collection. So this is what I'm using this year, and this is just the monthly. Basically, I used it every month until the summer when I moved, and then I had all my planners packed and couldn't use them. But this, I'm going to flip to the month of September. So the reason I'm going to September is because we didn't close it out. Now September's a hot mess as far as what I did to the pages. So I do apologize for that. But I did want to go ahead and show you these this month. You know, everything that I expected as far as, you know, bills and income. We had an extra income that I wasn't expecting here. It was a Virginia tax rebate for those that lived in Virginia, and we just recently moved from Virginia to Kentucky, and since our taxes were filed there last year, that is why I had that. So I was just introducing myself back into this kind of style of budgeting in a 7x9 Erin Condren monthly planner, trying to fit what I like to do into the planner. With that being said, it wasn't very easy. So I just didn't do a lot of stickers. I just put the bill dues down and paydays, and I was good. Then I put sinking funds here. I never did really close them out, but I did in my laptop, so we're good there. I have the numbers there, and they match with my my savings account that I keep my sinking funds, and then I have a money market account and another savings account, and everything is flowing there. I use these to put goals and projects, must-dos. I was just using up stickers that I had, trying to feel whether I really wanted to use this what do they call this, dashboard page. I never use the dashboard page. It just never made sense to me, but I think I might this year, and I might have found a way to do that. So then we go into this. This is a transaction log I started. I should have waited, but I didn't, because my intention should have been monthly budget laid out here, Paycheck One. I didn't even put a monthly layout. I just had it on the calendar, and then I started with Paycheck One. So that kind of got interrupted, and then I had to wait until I get all my paychecks down and then continue my transaction log for my credit card. Now, we do put everything on the credit card in this family, and we pay for our everything that we can. It is a rewards card. We do not do it for the rewards, though we do want to keep our credit score, FICO score, in a good healthy place. We're not really tracking the numbers. Anything above 700 we're happy with, because you know, your credit score or your FICO score is only important to the bank, not so much to you on a daily basis. So we don't have a prediction that we need to take out any loans in the future because we're cash flowing everything, and we've bought our house. So now we have a plan of attack for our mortgage and all that good stuff. So, but we still want to keep a healthy credit score just in case there is an opportunity that needs to be taken care of. So, Paycheck One, Paycheck Two, Paycheck Three, we ended the month. Now I still had money left over at the end of the month from the sale of the house, that a little bit left in the checking account. Here I'll zoom in and you can take a quick look. Let me kind of get this in frame. It was $4,029.30. This is exactly how much, and I know I didn't fill all this in. This is just what my bank account said. Even though these numbers were accurate here, I just didn't write them in and finish my budget. I just, between the carpet people and moving my office, it just got too messy and I just couldn't do it. So that's what happened there. I'm gonna zoom back out. All right. Ooh. Too far out. There we go. And so now we are done with that, and then I finished my transactions logs. So now we are going into the month of October, and this is my October spread. So now I'm getting into the stickers. Now that I kind of have the flow of what I want for my monthly budget here and my planner and how I want to track everything, this is going to work out really good. So I did start it on the 30th, even though the 1st is when my husband gets his VA disability and military retirement, and sometimes VA education, and then my son pays us rent because he gets money as well. Let me zoom in a little bit more on that so you can see. There we go. Hopefully it's in screen really well. So there is that. So I have all my income listed on the side, what I expected it to be when it comes in, and then the bills. So far everything is coming out the way I expected. There was a little hiccup with the mortgage. I had put it on auto pay, and the first mortgage payment was the October 1st, and there was no payment. And I just couldn't figure out for the life of me why. But I do see in the system that it does have auto pay for the 1st of November. So I'm just wondering if there was a glitch because this was the first payment and it just didn't recognize or what. I have no idea. So anyways, we'll see next month if it will get auto pay or not. I prefer it that way, but we'll see. I'm hoping to do an extra principal payment to the mortgage at $1,500, but we will see here during Paycheck 2 if that is going to be viable. I did put $2,500 into savings, just over that, out of the $4,000 that I rolled over from previous month, and just put it in the emergency fund with everything else. So that is where that money went, and everything else is regular bills and tithing and offering. So there you go. That's that. So I am keeping sinking funds on this page. I didn't use a background header. I just used the sticker that came with the kit, and this looks pretty good. I did want to leave a note to myself. My husband, I got him ESPN Plus this year, and I paid the full amount up front. And when I did that, it just made sense to set up a sinking fund. So if the subscription next year he wants it again, I have the full $100 to pay for it. And that works for me. But I don't want to put it as a line item just yet because I don't want to put $10 into saving until next month, and then it'll be ready for the next annual subscription. And that's what most of these sinking funds are. Also things like heating and AC, I just put money away in case we need to call our heating and AC guy for any hiccups or problems. I have a little cash put aside there. We did leave Virginia. There's the city of Chesapeake is where we lived, and because of that there will be some taxes from living there most of the year, I'm sure, with vehicle property tax. So I'm just going to keep funding that until we figure that out for next year. The bill doesn't actually come until, I think, end of May, 1st of June, so of next year. So that's when I will find that out. And just Christmas fund, vacation fund. If there's any lingering things from closing my business, I have money put there. And then any categories that I can close, I will close and reallocate the money in other categories later. So I don't mind to keep funding that as it is, as if we did before. The only new thing from past is this CKY landfill is our trash, and I think it's $44 a month, but I'm not sure exactly how much, and I'm waiting for a full month bill. We haven't been here that long, and these are done quarterly, which is why I have it as a sinking fund. And so once we get a full 3 months in, then I'll know how to break it down a little better. But at least I have that much put aside. And then what was left in dividends. So savings tracker here, I've got my ending balances for my emergency fund. It's almost at $50,000, $6,000 for my IRA for next year. So when January hits, I can fully fund it at the beginning of the year. And then vacation, we're hoping to do a dream vacation for $10,000 somewhere. We're thinking Disney because, that's not really a lot of money for Disney, but guess what? We really would like to go at least one more time, just for the experience. I think we just want to do Animal Kingdom, and we have friends there, and we want to meet them and stuff like that. So that will be fun. We'll see how that works out. I'm not sure when or if. It's going to be 6 months or so before we can do anything. And over here, I would like praise and prayer. I am a faith-based person, obviously. Faith and budgeting, that's kind of how I got into this. And I wanted to write scripture and praise, which I did with every budget I've ever done, but I really wanted to do it here. And scripture here, so that is what I decided here. And then we have a list of things that we want to get taken care of this month. We want to buy our son's ceiling fans. They're asking for those. Put up lights. We have some lights that we are replacing in the house that we like better, and so that's what we're going to do. Oh, I can check one off. Guess what? I brought my office back in the bedroom. A dishwasher. Okay, I bought it. I paid for it. They have not called me, and I need to fight with Lowe's, so that's going to happen soon. And I want a new MacBook Pro. These are money wishes of things we want to spend large amounts of money on, and I make a list over here, and then we decide and talk out how and where the money's coming from. And then my husband wants a gun safe, and he's already picked it out and how he wants it. We just got to figure out, can we get it downstairs? He has some antique guns that his family's had in their possession for maybe 100 years or so. I mean, they're not worth a lot of money, but they're very sentimental. And like one of them, my husband first learned to shoot target practice growing up years ago when he was a child. So yeah, he just wants to protect them and keep them in good order. So that's that. He's not an avid hunter or anything like that. He's a fisherman, but not so much a hunter. He just has these things because he really enjoys them. Here's our October budget. I have the monthly written down here. I have fixed expenses and variable expenses. I don't like doing it this way, but in order to get my monthly budget on here, I had to put it this way so it would be all on one page, because I could take up 2 whole pages the way I was doing it before. And I've actually kind of narrowed down how I'm going to do it this time, where I used to list all my unbudgeted as they happened. I'm just going to do one category line here and total them up at the end of the month. So everything that has come in, everything's good, a little bit over, well, not a little bit. I always balance forward 0 to do the budget with, and I've already got my number here. And then the actuals here, then that's always going to be whatever I bring over from the previous month, and all the deposits that's happened so far. I do see the pending deposit for Paycheck 2, which is this one here, and then that's Paycheck 3. It's a salary check. It should not fluctuate. The only time it should fluctuate is when my husband is doing any overtime, and I don't think he has any, but he might. He did explain to me there might be some overtime when he does on-call duty. Check mark every time our fixed expenses happen, and they happen exactly the way we expect it, and then we'll let the rest of these ride for the rest of the month. I did do a line item here where savings got moved over. If you total these 2 numbers together and then subtract it from this, it was $1,800 left over, but I know things are going to change through the month, so I don't really concern myself with that. It's whatever's left over at the end of the month that matters to me. Paycheck One, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and kind of zoom in a little further on this. Okay, Paycheck One. Everything that I expected to come in came in. We did get 5 cents or a nickel in our dividends for our checking account. So that is what we have there. I'm going to grab a calculator and just kind of pull this up and total these numbers right here. So my budget amount was $4,474.53. I did not mean to do that. I was going to do all these numbers with you, but that's okay. Let's just work with the actuals and not worry about the budget, because I know we're good in the budget category. So $4,029.30 plus the $15,998.01 plus the $2165.52 and plus $711.05. Okay, so we are talking $8,503.88 is our total here. Now we're going to total up what actually happened for our budget. What the actual numbers are. Now I had all these numbers stay the same. None of these changed, fluctuated, except for spending categories. So our spending categories here, I had $400 that I had planned on for groceries, and I spent $375.01, and that left me $25.99. Now here I have, make sure I'm still on screen. There we go. Let's get this whole section in so you can see it. And this is the number I need to come up with down here. This is what's in my bank account as of today. So I know I'm balancing forward in my numbers here. And that's why I have an adjustment here, because I did my math somewhere wrong, which happens while I'm, packing up my stuff and moving my stuff and then not being able to be consistent in my notebooks. It's okay. It happens. So I budgeted $100 for restaurants. I really should have thought this through. I knew I should have added more money to restaurants, but I did not. It's my birthday this month. It's my husband's birthday this month. We got family coming in town soon. So yeah, we're going to spend and go out to eat, but we'll figure it out. No problem. Okay, we have $100 planned for, and obviously I'm going to put this down. I'll grab this one and write minus 175.15, which should be easier, and it just means 75.15 in the hole. So that came out of the buffer of the checking account. That was already sitting there. I always leave anywhere from $500 to about $1,000. Not exactly that amount, but close to that every pay period in order to have a buffer. And all of this goes on the credit card, and I kind of pay it later anyway, every Thursday, which is today, and I just made a payment today, which is why I know what the numbers are. So miscellaneous, I had $150 budgeted, and I spent $212. Gasoline, I have plenty of money in. The reason the number is kind of high is we are going to drive 2 hours one direction and then 2 hours back, and then 2 hours one direction and then 2 hours back. So a couple days of driving that's going to eat up some gas in my car. So there you go. So that left $57 here. Slide that over. And then unbudgeted. That was a lot of unbudgeted, but it was my birthday. And I bought frivolous things, but at the same time I didn't buy frivolous things. Some of it was birthday stuff. I just didn't plan on what it was going to be, so I just decided to go over budget. And my husband's very aware that I do this, so I'm not hiding anything. Obviously I'm putting it on YouTube. So there's that. But I did put $2,500 in savings, which is good. So, oh, why did I write it in black? I don't know. Anything negative is written in red, so I do apologize. I like writing it in red, even though I don't like seeing the red, just to build up that reminder that you really spent a lot of money. And I have been spending freely for several months now. and I am just having trouble getting back in control. Even though I'm paying everything off on the credit card, it's still really hard for me. So, let's see here. 3071. I'm not sure where that came from as far as this adjustment I had to do, but in order for my bank account number and this number to match, I just went ahead and put an adjustment here to make it match. That was difficult, so to backtrack on that. So I did not backtrack on that. So if I take all these numbers here, I'm going to add them up and see if I can get these numbers correct. So I'll be right back. Okay, I get $7,279.16. So there you go. That's a lot of money, but I had $8,500 up here. So I'm going to make this negative. I'm going to hit the plus sign. Yeah, I have to say it out loud or I missed that step somehow. $8,503.88. And there is that number right there. That's the total actual savings. If you want to call it savings, I'm not putting it in savings. It's going to roll over because I've already put $2,500 in savings. And this is going to move into Paycheck 2. So now that Paycheck 1 is closed out, even though we didn't get the budget together, now I got to reverse engineer this. What was that total? Oh, I forgot to write this number down. $7,279.16. I have it in my notes over here off to the side, so there you go. I don't really worry about that. I just want to know what's over, what isn't. And I've already set up Paycheck 2. Let's go ahead and do the numbers. Okay, here we are. Paycheck 2. When I start my paychecks, I don't give myself a balance forward, but obviously we know there is a balance forward. So I'm going to write the balance forward in over here, which was the $1,224.72. There we go. It's hard to write on the coil. So I added more than what I estimated. Salary, this stays the same, so I saw that. And now I have the budget. Now I'm not going to do anything in the actual column, mainly because nothing's actually happened yet, other than this deposit here. Everything will be coming out when it's time. Let's see here. I'll just repeat this number here just to fill it in. $2,523.47. This is after taxes and allotments and things like that come out. Let me zoom you in just a little bit just so you can see a little better on the budget. There we go. So here we go. These two numbers combined, that is $3,748.19. That is the actual income I have to work with. Now this is an erasable pen, thankfully. So if there are other income, I'm just going to put 0 here because I don't plan on any other. But if it does come in, I can put it there and erase that. But I'm 99% sure that it's going to come in. Not a problem there. So now I have this down here, which is my expenses. So we have our tithe. I have a subscription to HP Instant Ink, our Geico car insurance, which I think I'm going to look around and see if I can find a better deal with really good insurance. So we'll see. Life insurance on the family. iTunes for storage, Discovery Plus is a streaming service my family watches, USCCA, which is something my husband has. I'm not even sure what it is. So usually grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and unbudgeted are the last things I put down. But a couple of things came up to mind. One, I didn't have the electric bill at the time when I filled this out, but I know what it is now, so that's there, and that's I've set it up, I believe, for auto draft. And then mortgage principal payment, so MTG is what I call mortgage. And I want to make an extra principal payment. And I'm going to show you this cute little tracker that I made. I taped it to my Erin Condren ruler here. Oh, I got to back out so you can see it. A little bit more. There we go. So it's on my ruler here, just taped with washi tape, and that way I can keep it in here. It fits in here without any issue. If I pop the ruler in, you know, it stays within the page, but I just trimmed it down to fit. And I just basically did something very simple. I found a graphic and I found this little house with a heart in the middle, and this is 40 different times you can pay into this $20,000 of a house payoff tracker. These are numbers I came up with myself. I just gave myself a goal of $20,000. How fast can I do that? I'm not going to set a regular pace as far as when this tracker, or when I'm going to make the payments, how much each payment's going to be, things like that, except for the decision in increments of $250 or $500. That's what each house is worth with the heart, is $500. But if I can't get a full 500, I want to put something, I can do $250. Only the heart's going to be $250, and then I'll finish the house at $5 to complete the 500. The next time I do $250. So that is the goal, and I'm hoping this paycheck period I can fill in 3 houses. I know, it's a lot of money. It's $1,500, and it's going to leave me very little left over. I'm going to try for it. We just made our first mortgage payment this October, and that's when it was due, October 1st, and mortgage payment was made. And but it's a 30-year mortgage, and that's not good, because that will be putting us, let's see, I just turned 48 yesterday. 30 years from now is 78. No one wants to be paying on a house in their 70s, you know, finishing it up. I want to pay it off faster. So we want it paid off before our mid-60s, cut it in half, 15 years. And whether we keep this loan or refinance down the line, regardless, our goal is to have it paid off then. So if I start out the gate and just pay down the mortgage right away and make an extra payment, I'm going to do that. So that's what we're doing right now, and this is going to help me track every $20,000 that we do this. Now this is going to be a long, slow, tortoise kind of race. This is not a race that is going to be fast and accelerated and it's going to be exciting every week. No. I'm going to do it when we can and when the budget allows and when we decide to do it. But the first one, I do want to kick it off with a bang because we have the disposable income to do it, and we're going to see if we can do that. Move this off to the side, zoom you guys back in. All right, so where are we at? Okay, so tithe, HB Geico, life insurance. Okay, went through all that. Mortgage principal payment, I plan to do $1,500, but I wrote 0 here because I didn't have this $1,200 under this number, so that's not going to make any sense. And then the electric. So let's total up these numbers here. Okay, so that is the number, $2,180.19. I'm going to write that down here. And in our total expenses, which is less than our my husband's paycheck for this time period, so that is good. There you go. And if I take that number and make it negative and add this number, $2,523.47, that gives me a disposable of, sorry, took it off screen, $343.28, and that was off screen. I do apologize. Getting used to this camera setup. Oh, wrong direction. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay, I'm back. My battery died and I had to replace it to finish the video. So this is my budget for Paycheck 2. I'll zoom you in one more time. Get a little bit close there. You can kind of see all the numbers right there. But this is how I'm going to be doing my budget from now on in this planner and the last quarter of the year. And I think I am going to like it. I might change things up a little bit in the sense of the stickers, because they're not exactly worded the way I like to word them, but that's okay. The budgeting paycheck to paycheck ones are perfect. I don't really have, I have potential savings here, but that's not actually what it means to me. To me, it means balance forward. That's how I do it. Unless I decide to move something into savings, then it would go up in my expenses. So I don't quite get the concept of that, but that's okay. I'm gonna zoom back out. Wrong direction. New camera. Not sure what I'm doing here. These are also Sarah Marie stickers. If you know me, that's the exclusive shop I use. Occasionally I'll get Planner Kate stickers, and I will show you something that I bought from her that I absolutely love, and you might like as well. Let's see, Paycheck 3, and then I have here my October budget for my tracking for my expenses or my spending. So I did use Sarah Marie stickers, the different colors, they match the actual kit, and I just tried it for this month. I don't like it. I'm going to go back and get my original colors that I like that match my highlighters. But these little ghosties here are Happy Planner stickers. These little paycheck things are Happy Planner stickers from the household book, I guess it's called. I use a big calendar, wall calendar that I use those stickers with. But yeah, everything that I spent is right here, and everything got paid for Paycheck One. And here is the highlights and all the good stuff. I need my highlighter to finish it, but I'll go back and do that later. But as you can see, I went to 0 today to make sure it was in check, and then I can start Paycheck 2 with a 0 balance. I don't necessarily always do that, but I like to do that as much as possible and pay it off every pay period. And this is where I get my numbers as far as how much I spent. And I can zoom in just a little bit here too. Weekly check-in I do for myself that goes with the calendar. And the cool thing is Planner Kate product here. Everything here is Sarah Marie stickers except for these lines. Do you see the calendar? The background is a sticker, and I put stickers on top of sticker. So it's just 2 big sheets with these lines and a sidebar. With these lines and a sidebar right here. And I'll zoom back out because you're not seeing the whole thing. Anyway, but the background where the boxes are is actually a sticker. I put my header on, and then I pop the sticker underneath it and just laid it down, and it's very similar to the same line dimensions as an Erin Condren monthly planner or any other months and any other life planners and stuff like that. These lines are a part of the planner, and I put stickers on top of it. I just took a couple notes pages and then put the calendar sticker on there, and it's from Planner Kate. I don't know what it's called. I don't have the number for it, but if you go around in her website, either her online store or her Etsy store, you should be able to find it. It's just really a game changer. I can add another calendar where I want it, so I can do my bill stickers separate from my spending, because obviously I spend a lot and I can't put the two together. But yeah, I love the little ghosties. It's really cute, and Halloween and all that stuff, so that's really cool. And then I can start my weekly check-in here, and then I have my spending tracker, and as you can see, this is how I keep myself in check when it comes into my credit cards, or my credit card. I only have one credit card. I spend on one credit card and then I pay it off, and that's exactly what I did here. All those things you saw on the other page, I spent and then I paid it off. So I track it. I know what my available credit is. I know how much I owe, and I know if I can manage paying the balance. And if I can't, then where am I going to get the money, and figure that out. This is how I make spending on a credit card hurt. It's just too easy to do it and too comfortable to do it and just swipe your card and not think. You have to think. If you don't think, that's how you get in debt, and that's how you get in trouble. So there you go. And then I have another spending tracker page here. I'll probably need another page, and I have some blank notebook pages. I'm just going to snip right here at the coil, down here at the bottom. I'll snip right here at the coil and just pop it in from here to here on the coil, and it'll be fine. So that is my new setup in my Erin Condren monthly planner. I already ordered my new one. For next year, I'm using the Neutral Harmony because it has the least amount of and lightest colors of decoration in the monthly and in the life planner. I bought both. So I'm ready to go in January, and yeah, I am excited to use this and kind of make it my own. I did do one thing here in the spending, I didn't really point it out, where here at the top I just took a orange washi strip and just wrote mine out and created my own spending. I don't use her descriptions, I use my own. So, and I might use that over here for these. You might see this change because I don't like scratching it out and using, I don't like doing it that way. So that is what I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this plan, budget with me kind of thing, and I hope you have an amazing and blessed day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.